Hi there, Casey Healey, Director here at Century 21 Newcastle in Newcastle, back with you for our Monday wrap, keeping Newcastle investors up to date on what's happening in the current rental market, tips, tricks and strategies to maximise your return on your investment. As always, Nicole Hoare joins me, our investor consultant. Morning, Nick.
Morning, Case.
What's happening? How was your weekend?
It was busy. What about yours?
Still renovating that investment?
I know, it's just work. Wouldn't a 3-day weekend be amazing?
Let's lobby for that, shall we?
We'll get that one out there.
A big week this week. We had a few open houses this Saturday. Everyone was quite busy. I think there was four.
We had 4 last week. Yeah, last week. 4 Saturday, spit it out. 5 during the week last week. So that was 9 in total that we had in inspections last week. So we have found that the numbers dropped that little bit.
Yeah, the level of inquiry over the last 10 days has dropped quite dramatically, really. Properties that we expect to lease really quickly after the first inspection haven't leased that way this week. So,
but we still did lease 5 properties, and we anticipate that, 3 out of the 4 should be leased out of Saturdays. Yeah.
So won't leave us with too many on the market. So we only actually have those 4 properties for lease at the moment. So still tight, but inquiry numbers on properties slightly down from what we've seen previous weeks.
Few new properties in the pipeline, so we're just
watch
waiting.
This space.
we're just waiting for those handover dates. They're new builds, so.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Where are they?
We've got Chisholm. Yeah.
Very popular at the moment. There's some really good infrastructure around that area, great schools, so it's very popular in those estates up there.
Yeah, and up at Gilliston Heights. So
awesome.
And what do you got for us today?
I thought we'd bring back basics. Let's chat periodical inspections. What's our process? How do we complete a periodical inspection? So periodical inspections are there to ascertain the quality of the property, so reporting any repairs, maintenance, and that the tenant's looking after the property. We're not there to judge the tenant on their furniture, if they've made their bed, that type of thing. So we can't say that the property needs to be presented immaculately. We're there to judge on the structural of the property, the maintenance of the items that are needed to be attended to. So our agency will complete our periodical inspections within the first 8 weeks of a tenant moving in the property. That way we can see, once they've moved in, they're settled in, see how they're maintaining the property, that everything's running smoothly, and it starts us off on the good foot with a tenant. Our periodical inspections will give the tenant 7 days notice of a periodical inspection, and as the landlord, we'll invite you to attend as well. So when we send the notice to the tenant, you'll get a copy as well in your inbox. If you want to attend, we ask that you just give us a call and book at a time with the property manager. From there, our inspection report. Now, it's a detailed report. It has photos of the property. It has numerous photos of every room of the property, just detailing any repairs that are needed, any suggested maintenance. Now, we might talk about planning down the track to paint the property, or new carpets are needed, blinds, that type of thing. So it allows you to budget for repairs and maintenance. And these are the things that you kind of want to do at a change of tenancy, really, don't you?
Yeah.
So we'll send that report to you the same day the inspection's completed, and then we follow up with a phone call. So we'll have the conversation with you to see if you had any questions from your periodical inspection report. We'll have that phone call within the next 48 hours from receiving that report. That's our inspection process.
Yeah, and just I didn't want to jump in when you were talking about it. But where you said the inspections get done early when a tenant moves into the property. So in the instance that we'll take over a management of property,
yep,
we still also get the property managers in quite early from our takeover, so we can see how that property's been presented as well.
We just want to get our eyes on the property. We want to familiarise ourselves with the property and introduce ourselves to the tenant. So
yeah,
we like to build relationships, and by having relationships, it builds trust, and it makes for easy management for both you, the landlord, and also the tenant of the property.
Absolutely. Good one to go back from basics this week.
Back to basics. Nothing like going back to basics. Do the little things right and everything else falls into place. Also this week, you'll see a new video drop on the couch with Casey. You'll also see we have a couple of new properties hitting the market, so watch our socials for that. If you don't like our socials, do jump on. There's always some funny bits of behind the scenes and what goes on in the office. I like to share the girls on socials. Our two new trainees, Xanthi and Charlie, they love the socials. Erin's pretty good on it too. Don't dare get B on it. She doesn't like socials, but
let us all work to our strengths, right?
Yeah, why not? But if we can help you anyway, if you've got any questions with your property, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm Casey Healey, Director here at Central 21 Newcastle.
And I'm Nicole, Hoare, Investor Consultant within our team.
We'll talk with you next week.
Bye.